Alone no more. This is a story of survival, motherhood, and unbreakable hope. Part 1. The Breaking Point. Chapter 1. The House of Silence. Aila sat cross-legged on her narrow bed, her back pressed against the wall, her gaze fixed on the cracked wallpaper. Faded flowers lined the walls, but to her they looked more like bars, curling vines trapping her in a cage. She traced them absent-mindedly with her fingertip, wishing the pattern might stretch and form a doorway to someplace, any place else. The muffled sound of a TV filtered down the hall. Her stepfather's voice occasionally rumbled, followed by her mother's soft replies. Aila strained to catch her mother's tone, hoping for warmth, for protection. But it was always the same, quiet, submissive, empty. Her stomach twisted as she thought about the man in the recliner, the way his eyes followed her in silence, the way her mother looked away, never meeting Aila's gaze, as if ignoring what happened might erase it. She hugged her knees tighter. A knock rattled the doorframe. "Aila!" Her mother's voice floated in, soft, almost apologetic. "Yes?" Aila tried to keep her voice steady. "Dinner's ready." Aila didn't move. She wasn't hungry. The thought of sitting at the same table as him made her chest tighten. "Not hungry," she called back. There was silence, then the shuffle of footsteps retreating. When the hall grew quiet again, Aila leaned back, staring at the ceiling. The weight of the house pressed down on her, suffocating. Every breath felt borrowed. "If I stay here, I'll disappear," she thought. "One day, I won't even recognize myself." Chapter 2. The Plan. The idea of leaving had lived in Aila's mind for months, a whisper that grew louder with every passing day. But whispers were easy to ignore when fear was louder. Until tonight. She pulled her backpack from beneath the bed. Inside, she'd stuffed 2 changes of clothes, her toothbrush, the crumpled bills she'd hidden away from babysitting jobs, and 1 photograph, her father smiling with her in his arms, taken years before cancer claimed him. Her throat tightened as she held the picture. "I wish you were here," she whispered. She waited. Hours ticked by. The old clock in the living room ticked louder than usual, like it was counting down to something. From her room, she could hear the low murmur of the TV. Her stepfather's voice slurred with the weight of beer. Her mother's responses grew quieter until there were none at all. Now. Heart pounding, Aila slipped on her sneakers and crept down the hallway. She froze when the recliner squeaked, but the man never stirred. Her mother's head rested against the armrest, fast asleep. 1 step, another, then another. She reached the back door and slowly twisted the knob. The night air hit her like ice, sharp, cold, freeing. She sucked in a breath, her chest trembling, and stepped outside. The door clicked softly shut behind her. For a moment she stood frozen, staring at the dark street. Fear clawed at her ribs, urging her back inside where things were familiar, if unbearable. But then she pictured tomorrow morning, his voice, his eyes, her mother's silence, and her legs moved on their own. She ran. The sound of her sneakers on the pavement echoed in the night. Her backpack thudded against her shoulders. The farther she got from the house, the lighter she felt, though every sound, rustling leaves, a passing car made her flinch. At the edge of town, she stopped beneath a flickering streetlight, gasping for breath. She looked back only once, half expecting to see him in the shadows. But there was nothing, only silence. For the first time in years, Aila felt the chains loosen. She wasn't free yet, but she had taken the first step. And sometimes, the first step was the hardest. If you liked this story, hit the subscribe button and like for part 2.